be?
Feeling pretty good. Glad to be casting another RSC playoff match. Amy and Premier tonight have always been interesting to cast because you're seeing the two different extremes of what the player base is like in RSC. So it's always fun to see how the Amy players play and then go all the way up to the top of the league. So I don't know. I just can't wait. It's going to be a long night. We've got two matches ahead of us. And with the matches set it up right now, it's an interesting one because Bombers and Surprise neither of them are the number one seed. They're actually both coming in as the 2 seed, so both number one seeds getting knocked out after their bye round, which is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the bracket currently on screen, the number one seeds, shockingly, were both upset as soon as they actually played. Maybe the bye bringing a little bit of rust off for a week, probably. So the teams coming in with form, being the number two seeds, took advantage of their opportunity and upset both number one seeds. Of course, the amateur tier had all 5 lunar teams have better records than all 5 solar teams. So looking at that, of course, you'd have to favor Bombers in this matchup tonight because they were in the tougher conference. But again, it's amateur finals, and literally everything that makes sense does not make sense when the finals occur.
You're absolutely right there. When it comes to the Amy finals, it typically goes one of two ways. Either it's a sweep or we go all the way to game 7 and there's almost no in between. So I mean, me personally, would it be nice to see a Game 7? Maybe a Game 7 OT? Of course, I love casting those types of matches and seeing the teams really be able to go back and forth with each other like that. But who knows what we're going to get into at this point. Looking at the bracket, we actually do have some team stats for you for once. We managed to figure out a way to get access to that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at how the teams all stack up here. And looking at the overalls for the season, obviously, as you said, Bombers are coming in as the favorite at 33 and 23, where Surprise are coming in at 26 and 30. So, you know, standings records wise, it does, like you said, favor Bombers, but Surprise could always, as their name suggests, surprise us with what's about to happen here.
Yeah, definitely. There's big upset potential, of course. You can never just take the teams on their records at face value. But if we look at the player stats, which we do have, the Bombers coming in, led by Bearded Frodo, Bluey, and Angry-Hermit, all putting in effort. Of course, Bluey doing the majority of the goal scoring, 62 goals on nearly 40% shooting is a really good mark for that amateur tier. Of course, you've got Bearded Frodo doing a lot of the saving work and the defense, but definitely a well-rounded effort.
Absolutely, very well rounded all the way around. You have good. You have great shots coming out from Bearded Frodo there. 111 shots on the season and 40 goals. But Bluey, like you said, coming in doing the bulk of the scoring with 62 goals on the season, 38% shooting percentage. And it's just nice to see that they are all sharing the ball. You see nice assist totals from both Bearded Frodo and Bluey. I'm guessing both Angry-Hermit and Mark's Knight came in kind of late, or they're just subs that were going on. As you can see, they it looks like Bearded Frodo and Bluey are the long-term members on this team as they have the majority of the games played.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we'll go over to the surprise player stats now, again, we've got 2 players that have been on this team for a while, Classy God and sXCyBeast. Both have played 42 games. More well-rounded, 32 goals, 21 goals. So not as high scoring, but still giving the ball around, putting in work on the defensive end, and of course getting some demos in. Classy God and minipilots were both a part of Bombers during this season, so maybe a little bit of a revenge tour for them coming to a head-to-head in the finals against their former team.
It'll be definitely nice to see how they stack up against their former team, and I do believe I saw in chat that I believe Surprise are coming into this as undefeated. Coming in playoffs right now, I believe they've won all their games, have not dropped a single game. So it's definitely going to be cool to see exactly how they prepare for tonight's matchup against Bombers. We're going to slowly start getting teams on the field here. I do believe we have predictions running, so of course, everybody get your predictions in. See who you put points out for your favorite teams and see exactly how this is going to turn out. For you, Taco, I mean, obviously, you're probably a little biased based off of just how the Lunateer seem to be the harder conference this season. But what are your predictions? Do you think Surprise is going to, again, surprise? That's going to be a phrase all night long, I feel like. Do you think Surprise is going to be able to take it to Bombers, or do you think Bombers are just going to sweep their way through?
It's a difficult one. I would love to favor the underdog, the Solar Conference team, who I think will put up a good effort. I think we are going to get at least 6 games in this series. That's a bold prediction. But
At least
amateur
6.
finals always deliver, except for a few. But I think Bombers are going to squeak out ahead. They have some star players. I know Bluey is a very good player who I helped scout during the beginning of the season. I thought was very good. Bearded Frodo is also a very solid player. I think Bombers are going to edge out Surprise in 6 games.
All right, well, we'll definitely see how that turns out. Taco, if you would do the honors of telling the teams that they're free to join the field now. I believe we do have everybody in here. We're going to go ahead and get this started. We do have, like we said, Bombers against Surprise. We're going to see exactly who gets on the field here. I see them kind of lurking right now, but none of them are moving at the moment. As far as what's going on right now, we have sXCyBeast, Classy God, Sea Spray, Bluey, Angry-Hermit, and Bearded Frodo. So we have, the names that you would expect to at least be getting into here. And going to be taking on the other team as we finally getting everybody onto the field. We're finally starting the playoffs tonight. This is the amateur playoffs. Game number 1, Bombers versus Surprise. Let's see how things go.
And kicking it off, a neutral kickoff that Classy God is tending to take up the wall and go for a little air dribble to start it off the game. And already Surprise up 1-0. A nice air dribble from Classy God, going up the wall and getting a nice follow-up touch. No one back on that Bombers side to stop that goal from coming in. Early goal from the underdogs.
Classy, the game just started. Can we relax a little bit? Absolutely fantastic shot there. Bearded Frodo is going to try to take possession, but Classy's able to put this to the center. Nobody there for the shot immediately. Finally leaving the ball alone. The ball's going to get set down into Surprise's half. sXCyBeast able to slow the ball down. Angry-Hermit, a pass to the middle, misses the touch. sXCyBeast is able to at least clear it away. Now Surprise has possession of the ball once again. Sea Spray, a quick shot towards the net. Sea Spray off the ceiling, leaves it for sXCyBeast. sXCyBeast to the middle, is anybody there? No, Frodo will bang this down the field, and Surprise have to run all the way back into their half.
Bluey's going to get a chance here as a good pass from Frodo finds him, but a well-defended play is cut out. Sea Spray, who is a great player also, is going to cut it upfield, look for the pass, and Bluey has to put it off the wall. sXCyBeast is going to get a chance, but he doesn't get enough power on that ball. Frodo is going to beat one, and Bluey's going to put it off the wall, where sXCyBeast is going to look to dribble it out, but it's a difficult play when you don't have any boost. Bluey, though, again, looking to attack, looking to play it up for his teammate, fakes it for Hermit, but it's well saved by Sea Spray. And again, Surprise holding on, and now looking to break out. Classy God should have a free pass infield. Gonna get it up, but Hermit cuts it away.
Bombers are kind of scrambling right now. I mean, things have kind of at least leveled out for a little bit here. Bombers are trying to get the offense going here. Angry-Hermit going for a shot. It goes off the post, unable to at least get anything into the net, and all of a sudden they're right back on defense. Sea Spray maybe looking for a flick here. Tries to flick it over one. Angry-Hermit's there. Shot immediately by Beast. Beast gets nowhere. Frodo gets a touch immediately to Bluey. Frodo back to Bluey, maybe to the backboard, looking for another shot. Can they get it? It's off the post again. Nobody is there, and the ball's just gonna get cleared away by Classy God.
Nearly finding the opener is Bluey there, but just off the post, and unfortunately can't follow it up. sXCyBeast has space to make a play, but is bumped off the play. sXCyBeast is going to get a free ball. Frodo is going to have to touch this forward. Plays it to Classy. They're getting in each other's way. sXCyBeast does just enough, does what is required to put that ball in the corner. Hermit's attacking it. And now look out. This is a 3-on-1. A little hook shot is unable to do much, but Classy God still has possession. Bluey is getting harassed, pops it over one, just has one to beat, but unable to get it by the last defender in Classy God. sXCyBeast, a shot! Hermit's awkward, and it's 2-0 to surprise.
Bearded Frodo just gave this ball away. Beast just reads it perfectly, is able to put it into the net. Hermit kind of Tony Hawks it off the back post there and leaves the net wide open. Surprise takes the 2-0 lead. 2 minutes to go. There's still plenty of time for Bombers to come back into this game, but they need to clean up their defense. They are not having a good time.
Definitely, and Surprise are keeping that defense to frustrate this Bombers team, unable to get on the board so far through 3.5 minutes of their series. Classy God is going to get a free touch and look to pass it in. Bluey's covering that well. Gonna get bumped and still bump, and you can definitely see the physical play starting to frustrate this Bombers team. Classy God plays it off the wall, unable to follow up his own touch on target. Hermit's not going to be able to make contact. Frodo's has a free clear, but what are they going to do with it? They don't have boost. They lost all the boost, and so they can clear it downfield, but you got to be able to make some plays with your boost while you have it. And unfortunately for Bombers, they're not able to use that boost to make goals up happen. sXCyBeast's got a chance, but that one is just going to roll too far in front of him.
1 minute remaining now in this game. Bombers have got to get something going here. Are they finally going to get a shot on target? Bluey is able to sink one into the net to at least cut the lead down. Now they've got plenty of time to at least get one more goal here.
Tough angle from Bluey there, and he finds the first goal. Maybe a little bit of a relief for the team. They can start to capitalize on that and build some momentum, but only 50 seconds left. You're going to need to get that second goal very quickly. Bluey's double tap goes over to the corner. Hermit's pass, though, is not going to do much. Classy God goes up in the air and just shuts it down. sXCyBeast should have a free ball, clears it, and should have another touch. Pops it up high. That's going to be very awkward for the defense. sXCyBeast skims it across and unable to score it. sXCyBeast's awkward. Hermit has a touch, but it's wide. And sXCyBeast should control, but unable to actually hit the ball there. 17 seconds. They're going to need to hurry up, but it's not looking good. 10 seconds left. Classy God plays it downfield. Bluey has to just find some offense immediately. Plays it, but Classy God shuts it down. Frodo has to keep it up. Hermit has to keep it up. Unable to get there. Surprise everyone and win game number 1.
It's a great showing from Surprise right out of the gate. Got 2 early goals and was able to maintain the lead. Classy, that very first goal was very impressive, and it just put his team on top to be able to win this first game. So now off of that, Bombers have definitely got to make some adjustments. Their rotations and their defense was kind of all over the place, and they just weren't getting good shots on target. I mean, they were getting shots, but they weren't very threatening. So Surprise was able to just clear it all away very easily and start their own counterattacks.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, this is a very different amateur from the amateur that I played in a couple seasons ago. Of course, with the removal of the contender tier, we got a lot of those lower tier contender players. They're now in amateur, like Angry-Hermit, who was in contender for a couple seasons, or for a while actually, and just got moved down to AMI. A player who would be in contender probably if that tier existed, but again, the skill ceiling of this tier has much improved with our 8-tier system now, so there's a lot better defenses than what I was used to and what many amateur finals have been in the past. You definitely don't expect the weird goals to happen. Of course, it always will. It's amateur, just a mess, but these defenses are definitely very good.
Absolutely. We do have prediction for game number 2 up. Be sure you're getting your predictions in. They will be running every game. And surprise, once again, are starting the scoring early. sXCyBeast now getting the first goal of the game 3 seconds in.
Again, it's off the kickoff to start it. Surprise just gets an early lead. Same start as game 1, and now Bombers have to be wondering, how are we getting counter this hard on the kickoffs? They gotta adjust. C-Spay is awkward, does get the touch out. Bluey doesn't have enough boost to get there, I don't believe. Indeed, Hermit gets it by. Classy God is gonna have a free touch off the wall, bangs it. sXCyBeast infield, but it's cut away by Bearded Frodo. C-Spay is going to clear it out. Frodo gets a touch. I thought that one was gonna go over his head. sXCyBeast comes across. Classy God 50s it out wide, and again, these 50s from Surprise have been very good, not letting it be in a threatening position. The pass to Classy God is cut away by Bluey, and Frodo is going to take possession. Bluey and Frodo linking up. Bluey should have another touch, but Classy cuts it away, and C-Spay will finally clear it out to safety.
Hermit's able to get another touch here to the back wall, unable to get the second one in the corner, leaves it for Bluey. Classy God is able to clear this away, has possession. No boost, though. Maybe picks up a couple pads here and there, just has to play for a 50. Goes to sXCyBeast. Angry-Hermit's air, beats 2. Uses all their boost to get down to the ball. It's going to go off the back wall here. Unfortunate touch coming out from Angry-Hermit there, unable to keep the ball going. Ball to the backboard now. Somebody just needs to put this in the net. Angry-Hermit is there. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there from Surprise as Bombers are finally able to get the scoring going, and at least this time they're not 2 goals down.
Yeah, definitely a tie game, and let's see what happens from here. Angry-Hermit capitalizing off of that awkward defense. And again, when you get those awkward defensive moments, you have to capitalize, and that's what the good teams do. They're efficient, they're clinical, and they score their opportunities when they get them, because you are going to get them. These aren't the greatest players in the world, though they have improved. Bluey's going to get a free shot, follows up his own touch, and again, finally, Bombers have the lead.
Bearded Frodo just drops that off to Bluey. Bluey was coming in whether he liked it or not. Manages to get their own touch and sink it into the back of the net, and Bombers have their first lead of the series. Now let's see if Bombers can hold on to this, or if Surprise will be able to cling some of this back. Bearded Frodo to the backboard. Are they going to get a second touch? It's going to drop down. Classy God and C-Spay are both there. The ball just falls into the corner. Angry-Hermit looking for a pinch to the middle. Anybody there? No. It gets cleared away, but Angry-Hermit able to keep the ball in play.
Classy God is going to take this one off the wall. Gets a good touch and almost spills up to the middle. Bluey's going to be forced to make a play. Doesn't make contact, but luckily it's still in the corner. C-Spay has a free ball. Touches it. 50s it. Who's up? Classy misses. sXCyBeast comes in for the shot, but it's wide and weak enough for no danger. But now C-Spay's shot is in. It's tied up. C-Spay, who's been a thorn in the side of this Bombers team so far, places the shot just over Bluey's head and gets the bump for good measure.
There's good pressure coming out there from Surprise. C-Spay and sXCyBeast just trying to pepper that back wall, get Bombers to use as much boost as possible. Finally tying this game up. We're over halfway through now. We just got to see if Bombers are going to be able to respond quickly. Bluey is up, gets a touch, and it puts it into the net. This is a very different game from game 1, as Bombers will take the lead again.
Yeah, it's a great shot from Bluey. I'm not sure if Classy needed to make that touch. Maybe didn't realize how much time they had, but puts it into a dangerous area, and Bluey just completely goes right on top of that ball and redirects it on frame. C-Spay gets a good clear, and now Bluey's going to force that one to the corner, but C-Spay's still there, stays in the corner, and now they're hanging around. They're waiting for a mistake that they're gonna get a 50. Frodo is gonna pass it to sXCyBeast actually, but Bluey's just waiting in net, waiting for the ball to come to him. Classy gets a really good touch. Frodo's awkward, does enough to just get it wide. sXCyBeast plays it long, and Classy God is going to take his time, play it up, but the demos are coming through. People are exploding all over the pitch. It's explosive gameplay and explosions happening on both sides.
Bluey drops that to Frodo, puts it on the backboard again. sXCyBeast is there, unable to get it to Classy God. Defensive breakdown happening. Is anybody going to put this in the net? No, it finally gets cleared away. Frodo still in play here, puts it off the backboard again. Is anybody there? It looked like Angry-Hermit might have gotten a touch, but it wasn't enough. Ball just kind of flying in on the blue half, on the orange half now. Finally gets cleared into the Bombers half once again, but Bearded Frodo once again is there to try to clear the ball away. Ball now to the midfield. Bluey is there, puts it to the back wall. It's going to bounce up. Anybody there for it? Angry-Hermit is off the backboard once again. Is anybody going to finish? No, it gets cleared away, and it seems like the entire Bombers offense there was there, so they need to make sure they at least get somebody back before this counterattack gets wild.
Frodo waiting back. He's going to be able to clear it. Hermit is going to play it long. sXCyBeast is a little too far up, but that one is just wide. It's going to 50 out middle. sXCyBeast should have control. Pops it over one. And now Classy's up in the air. Gets a great touch. Hermit might be awkward, but no, it's just a little too weak. Not on frame hard enough. sXCyBeast is there, but doesn't have boost, so not really a part of the play. Great touch by Classy. Got under one. Forces the 50, but the 50 goes into the other corner. Hermit to the back wall. Up is Frodo, but cleared away. And 4 seconds on the clock. They've got to keep this up. Classy's not going to be there. Hermit is going to put it up. That one is going to hit the ground. Bombers tie the series up. And again, another close game. They're scraping it by, but they get the response and tie the series up.
It's great adjustments from Bombers there. They definitely made a few in between game 1 and 2, and absolutely had to make some on the fly in the middle of the match. Definitely saw a lot more physical play coming out from both sides. We saw at least a couple demos coming out this time around. Definitely a lot of bumps just to try to move people out of the way, and good pressure from both sides. Surprise, in particular, was at least getting a lot of pressure on the ball, but this time they just weren't able to find the goals like they wanted to, whereas Bombers were able to cause a lot of miscommunication and allow Surprise to just make the mistakes for them.
Yeah, this is a very good team, of course. Second best record in the league and beating the #1 seed handily in their playoff matches. So definitely didn't expect them to go quietly. And of course, Bluey had 2 goals and an assist. You could certainly feel his impact on that game.
Absolutely. Make sure, once again, like I said, I'm gonna just keep mentioning it. We do have predictions running. Predict who you want to win game number 3 here. As we move on in this series, we are tied up. Just a reminder, this is a best-of-7 series, so they have to win 4 games. We're gonna have to wait and see if this goes all 7 games, like some of us are hoping. But we'll see if Surprise manages to keep up the pressure they've been doing already, as they're about to score another goal early on. Finally gets cleared away. Nobody's in net, though, or they're going to clear this one. Finally, Bluey is able to get it away. Looking for their own counterattack. It gets underneath Classy, who gets a great touch. And finally, the ball is just going to settle down a bit as we don't get an early goal within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, Bombers got to be careful. Nearly got scored on and off the kickoff again to start the game. I don't know what's going on, but literally every kickoff to start the game, they're getting they're giving up a dangerous opportunity. Bluey's in the air. Classy luckily bails out his teammate. This one should be a free ball for sXCyBeast, but he's not going. He just lets it by for a free touch, and they're just leaving it awkwardly. And now finally going. Classy God should have a touch, but it's shut down by Hermit. Bluey's shot is in. That one went right out into the midfield. Bluey, a quick turn and a quick shot, and a great goal to start off the Bombers scoring.
That was a great challenge from Angry-Hermit to prevent Classy from getting that out into the corner. just bounces right out into Bluey's path, right on their nose, managing to at least score the first goal for once for Bombers. And now we got to see if Surprise are able to respond quickly. And just as I say that, sXCyBeast is going to put it in the back corner, managing to get past the entire defense here.
Yeah, sXCyBeast sees Bearded Frodo, has an awkward play over his head, and just lines up the angle, waits for it to come to him, slots it at that near post, uses the post to help him out a little bit, but it counts nonetheless. Surprise, a great response, and it's all tied up. A pass in field, Bearded has a shot, but where did sXCyBeast even come from?
That was absolutely incredible. Good save from sXCyBeast and gets the demo on the way back. 2 demos as a matter of fact. It finally gets cleared away by Angry-Hermit, but the ball's now just stuck in Bomber's half. Everybody's low on boost here. Demos are absolutely raining from Surprise's side. They're just wanting to keep Bombers out of this. And instead of Bombers doing the bombing, instead it's Surprise wanting to keep the other team away from this ball. Classy God with an air dribble. It's going to go on target. Bluey's able to clear this away.
And I don't know what tier are watching when people are air dribbling like that. It feels a little different from what I was playing with, but this is certainly a really competent tier now. Classy God is going to get a lot of space. Dribbles past one, tries to fake out another, but is going to use the time to take that mid boost and get to 50. A great one. Look out for the bump. Frodo's awkward. Bluey has to bail him out and put it to the corner. But this one is certainly looking very dangerous. Hermits is going to be in the corner and plays it long. Doesn't have a lot of boost, but might get another touch. Does not, but this one is to the backboard. And especially in Amy, that backboard is your friend. No one really covers the backboard in these lower tiers. So if you can keep peppering it, you'll keep getting shots. That one's going to waterfall down. And Classy's shot is a really good one. Slots it home in the upper 90 of the goal. And Classy God, a touch of pure class over Bearded Frodo's head.
That was a great shot coming out of there from Classy God, and good pressure. The ball just being absolutely thrown to the backboard. Bombers had no idea what to do. They were just kind of sat there looking at the ball. They need to regroup here. They had the lead early, and now they've lost it all of a sudden, so they need to make sure that they don't lose their composure. There's still plenty of game left. They have to get a goal at least relatively soon just to tie it up and maybe force an OT.
Yeah, 1 minute 46 is a lot of time left still, especially when you're in a playoff game and the nerves are really high for the defense. You never know what can happen. sXCyBeast is going to be beaten. As that one on target. Bluey follows his own touch again, and he's been a thorn in the side of this Surprise team. A great clear to beat one, and then finds his own follow. It's 2-2, and Bluey another clutch goal.
That was a great touch from Bearded Frodo to get it over to Bluey, and Bluey just able to pop it over the defense and follows their own touch up. Tying the game once again, minute and a half just about left to go. sXCyBeast and Classy God were both up there, so now sXCyBeast is all alone. It's off the backboard once again. Is anybody going to touch? No. Bearded Frodo is there, but sXCyBeast is able to clear it easily. Now rushing down to try to beat Bluey to the ball. Bluey has no boost. Manages to pick up the corner boost. The ball does get cleared away. Finally down to the last minute of game number 3 here. Classy God able to get another touch, and Classy God will put Surprise right back on top, putting everything on his back, just trying to make sure that his team stays in this.
Yeah, it's a really good touch over the last defender again from Classy God, who's caught that last defender out a lot in this series, especially in this game. His second goal, really putting in the work, and now another lead for Surprise out of nowhere. Hermit is going to get a free touch. sXCyBeast is going to put it to the other corner. Bluey is putting in some work on the demos off the ball, trying to make it a little chaotic. Bluey is going to leave it. Classy's clear is going to be on the backboard. That's going to be awkward for Frodo. It's up high again. sXCyBeast is up. It's off the mark. And they got to be careful. They don't overextend, but Classy is back. to put it long, but watch out for Hermit. Bluey's redirect is off the mark. The shot is saved away by Classy God, and they are holding and holding, and the Bombers are trying and trying, but they just can't break this wall down. A shot just put into the path of sXCyBeast, and that clock is counting down. It's going to hit the ground. No, it hits the bar, but finally hits the ground. Surprise, squeak it out, and take the lead in the series back.
Well, that was a very stressful last 30 seconds. Bombers were trying everything in their power to get one more goal to go through, but surprise, set up the brick wall there and managed to keep Bombers from scoring that last goal to tie it up. Whew, boy, so I think at this point every game has ended 3-2. I'm pretty sure that that's been the scoreline for every single game. So these players are playing absolutely amazing with definitely putting on a show for everybody tonight to make sure that this goes. At this point, it looks like it's going every game in the series.
Yeah, I think game one might have been 2-1, but regardless, every game has been a 1-goal game, extremely tight. So certainly one for the viewers to appreciate. You don't know, you cannot guess who's gonna win this series. I mean, Bluey is trying his darndest to will his team on with some of these great touches, and able to follow it up, which you don't really see in this tier. But Surprise are keeping their mental in the game. They're not letting it put them down, and they are continuing to put shot after shot up and beat those defenders on Bombers.
Absolutely. So let's see if we're going to get another situation where Surprise scores early, and just as I say that, Surprise are just continuing this trend here where they are just winning these kickoffs and getting an early goal. This time 5 seconds into game number 4 here, and Surprise are already putting a goal in. Classy God gets a great shot in from off the kickoff from sXCyBeast.
I mean, did we accidentally use the same script over and over? I don't know what I'm watching. sXCyBeast! Oh, nearly found that mark. sXCyBeast has to be careful. He's back. He's third back, but luckily forces it wide. Bearded Frodo is going to be bumped and play it in. Classy God is going to play that to the corner. Frodo might have another touch, does not hit it, unfortunately. But sXCyBeast should have another touch, clears it long, and look out, no one on Bombers has any boost. sXCyBeast, oh, that touch was not what he wanted. sXCyBeast has a free ball, bangs it on target. Angry-Hermit plays it away. sXCyBeast, near post. Bluey's turned around. He needs to find the reverse gear. sXCyBeast touch off the mark, but look out for the follow. No one is there. And oh my goodness, it feels like anyone can score at any time, and it's so tight at every moment.
sXCyBeast having possession of the ball here, gets a 50 with Angry-Hermit, gets demo for his efforts. Bluey's going to try to clear this away, gets one touch, it goes as far as Classy God. Bluey is there to put it back into the orange half, goes as far as sXCyBeast, a 50 in on the sidewall here, gonna bounce to sXCyBeast, who 50s with Bluey. It's bounced up again. Can Bearded Frodo get a touch? No. Angry-Hermit is there for the second effort. It's gonna go to the middle. Everybody bumps each other, and the ball's gonna get cleared away. It's just gonna go to the net. Bluey unable to get the touch, and sXCyBeast takes full advantage of this. A great clear from sXCyBeast to just get the goal here.
Hey, triple commit, triple the chance to hit the ball, and the sXCyBeast gets a great clear that's just past the nose of Bluey, and I don't think Bluey expected that much power to come out of the net. It was a little far up, and they will capitalize. sXCyBeast has a free touch, but now Frodo actually covers the back wall very well. But again, they are getting shot after shot, and these clears from Surprise are powerful, and Bombers are not knowing how to respond right now, and they have to respond, because if they go down, they lose this game, they'll be down 3-1, and that's a Herculean task in front of them, staring down the barrel of 3 match points of potentially to win the series. And yeah, they're gonna have to find it quickly, because being down 3-1, That is not where you want to be in the finals.
This is the second time Surprise have been up 2-0 against Bombers here. We're going to have to see if Bombers can figure out exactly what's going on. Bearded right now, the only one with boost, having to use all their boost to get to this ball now. sXCyBeast has plenty of time, pops it over one, gets a 50 with Angry-Hermit there. Bluey with a shot on target. It's a backboard, unable to get it down. It's off the crossbar. Backboard once again. Anybody there? Bluey was, but it gets cleared away. sXCyBeast taking possession here, managing to get by two defenders. Bearded Frodo puts this off the sidewall once again. Bluey is there, but runs out of boost. Everybody committed on Surprise's half here. The ball just rolls down towards the net, but there's just nobody there for the follow-up touches. I mean, Bombers are using so much boost, but they're not getting any results with it.
Yeah,
just as I say that, Bearded Frodo just shut me up.
What an angle. I didn't think there was any chance he was getting by sXCyBeast there. Getting bumped too. That's a great bump by Bluey to force that angle. And that was not a very large angle of a goal, but somehow found that tight angle. And now Bluey passes, or just puts a little P shot on target. Classy is gonna have a free shot at the net, puts it just wide, and Frodo, luckily there to cover it. sXCyBeast gets a touch and might be able to follow it up. Doesn't have much boost left, but does he need it? No. Hermit and Classy's just waiting back. He's just like, you guys can have your fun. I don't want to risk anything here. We're up a goal, and we're not going to let this goal slip away. Bearded Frodo, though, watch out! He's got an angle. Classy God is there to recover. Bluey's there also. sXCyBeast, watch out! Ooh, this one is nearly on target. It's just hit the crossbar, and they're getting so close, but they just can't find the equalizer. sXCyBeast gets bumped. Bluey there, but it's saved away. And I can't believe that Surprise are still holding on at shot after shot from Bluey.
sXCyBeast now has possession. It's going to bounce off the sidewall here. Bluey takes control, taking their time, not trying to use all their boost. Leaves it for Angry-Hermit, who puts it off the corner. Going for another touch here is Bluey, but it gets cleared away. Frodo is back, trying to get this ball back into the opposing half, but sXCyBeast is able to clear that away easily. Classy God and sXCyBeast both there. It's popped up. Can Angry-Hermit get a touch? He can, but they're running out of time. They have to get a goal here soon. Otherwise, like you said, they're going to be down 3 games on this series. Can they get a quick shot on target? Bearded Frodo, no. Bluey is there, has to keep the ball up. Angry-Hermit to the sidewall. Is anybody there? No, it's gonna fall down. Frodo was not able to get the touch that he wanted, and Surprise will take the 3-1 lead in this series.
Yeah, it was the pass they wanted. It deflected off the corner very nicely for the Bombers, but Frodo was coming in from very deep and didn't have a lot of boost, so he couldn't really settle the ball well enough, and they're gonna need a special shot to keep that one on off the ground and on frame. And luckily for Surprise, it was just hitting the ground. A 3-1 lead. Every game has been a single goal, and yet they still hold on every time.
It's just been an incredible play from Surprise. They've been strong on the defensive front and making sure they're getting the 50s. And in this game in particular, it really just was just a case of a poor time to clear. I mean, sXCyBeast was able to clear the ball all the way downfield, and Bluey just was unable to get the touch. That's what caused Bombers to at least lose this match. Now we're going into game 5. Yes, game 5 now. Surprise are on match point. They could end it right here. Will they end it, or will Bombers find a way to remain in this match and maybe at least take us to a game 6?
Yeah, they're up against it here. But if anyone can do it, it's these Bombers right here who have the offensive ability to put up goal after goal. sXCyBeast chance early on. Oh, what a shot. Bar down and in. It's the same script over and over. Off the kickoff, sXCyBeast finds an angle that's just barely there and sneaks it in under the bar and over Angry-Hermit.
Absolute bar down shot coming out. Angry-Hermit's gonna actually pinch this back towards Frodo. He's gonna take possession, has to beat Classy God, unable to. Bluey has possession now. Trying to get another touch here, maybe going for a pinch. Connects with Angry-Hermit. Gets a 50 against sXCyBeast there. His ball's gonna get cleared down, and suddenly Bearded Frodo is able to get the ball all the way down the field and surprise our basically caught off guard here as Frodo manages to get an absolute banger down the field.
Yeah, Classy God was essentially last back there, but he came in for the shot, and Frodo sees that opportunity, just bangs it long, and no one is going to be able to be back to stop that one. Bluey's going to get a touch, but he might lose this ball. sXCyBeast does not make contact, but that one is going to be given away to Frodo. But sXCyBeast is going to get it right back to himself. They're just passing it between each other. How nice. Hermit plays it off the off the sidewall, but Classy God is going to shut it down and give space for sXCyBeast. Look out for sXCyBeast, who might be able to follow his own touch up. No, but Hermit is going to look out for the demos. sXCyBeast tried to get another demo. Surprise, are looking hungry. They do not want to let Bombers turtle in net. That shot is just wide. sXCyBeast is going to play it off, and look at the physical game. They are not rotating out. When they're rotating out, they're just looking for someone to hit.
It's a good touch to the backboard here. Is anybody going to be able to finish? Bluey was there, but sXCyBeast stands tall, clears the ball away. Now Bombers once again have possession. Angry-Hermit looking for anybody, looking to just run through the center of the field there. Bearded Frodo looking for a touch, unable to get it. Angry-Hermit flips by the ball here. Now sXCyBeast should be able to take possession, but instead leaves it for Classy. sXCyBeast will get a touch here, gets a 50. It's going to go into the Bombers' corner. Not sure what's going to happen here. Bluey gets a touch, trying to clear this away, gets it by sXCyBeast, but Classy is there. Once again, off the corner. Classy trying to put this to the middle. Now it's 50 aggressively by Frodo. Frodo going to run towards this ball now, but sXCyBeast reads him, puts it underneath. Ball goes to the backboard. Angry-Hermit gets a touch, but no shot coming just yet. Right now, things are kind of just neutral. I mean, it is right now in Surprise's half, but nobody really has full possession of this ball at the moment.
Yeah, Hermit's going to get a good clear here, but is he going to be able to make contact on the follow-up? No. sXCyBeast is going to play that over Bluey's head, so Bearded's going to come in. Classy clears it long. Bluey is going to be able to force a 50, but it's a great 50 from Classy God. Look out. Hermit luckily covers over. Bluey's in reverse. Makes a great touch to clear that one. Because if that got over Bluey's head, that one is going to float dangerously in front of the net. Classy God plays it over Angry-Hermit, and I love this Surprise team. They recognize the situations and they know who's attacking the ball and what angle they're coming from. Classy God is going to clear it long, and sXCyBeast should be able to be there. Doesn't make contact, but it won't matter because sXCyBeast is covering that angle. But look out, that's an awkward touch. Ooh, and they got to be careful of these double commits, but luckily it works out. Frodo's awkward. That one's given away. That shot is just wide. Frodo's bumped into the ball, and somehow it's still 1-1.
Not sure how they managed to get away with that one. Bluey's going to send this all the way downfield. It's right off the post. Bearded Frodo is there. It's going to waterfall down. Can anybody get a touch? No, sXCyBeast is there. Frodo now has to rush back, has to turn for this ball. Is anybody back? Angry-Hermit was. Angry-Hermit clears to Bluey. Bluey gets a touch. It's going to bounce up now. Is anybody going to get the shot? No, it's just going to be wide. Angry-Hermit gets a touch, leaves it for Bluey. Anybody touches? No, sXCyBeast is there. Ball get cleared downfield. Frodo just banging it right back downfield. Again, Bluey is there. Can he get the redirect? No. Unable to get the redirect. It's off the post once again. Finally, Angry-Hermit puts one into the net. Bombers will take the late lead here with just under a minute to go.
Two chances just nearly. Hermit gets a great 50 on the last defender there, and Bombers just nearly squeeze one in that front post of the net. sXCyBeast is going to win this kickoff and take it up the wall. Going to get a pass. Bluey is going to make that touch, though. Well covered on the back wall. Classy God, look out. That one's touched awkwardly. Is sXCyBeast gonna be there? Yes, he is. He's gonna beat the defender, but Bluey has the ball, but he doesn't have boost. So he plays it over one. Classy. Ooh, I thought there might have been a bump coming in, but they don't want to risk it. That one's a free ball for sXCyBeast, who just gives it away. Maybe could have left it for someone behind him who had momentum, but that's hindsight bias, but sXCyBeast just clears it away.
Oh, this isn't good. They're starting to get a little antsy now. Bombers have got to maintain control. There's 10 seconds to go. They do not want to give up a late goal here. Bearded Frodo able to clear this down into Surprise's half. 3 seconds remaining. They have to keep this ball up. Can Classy God do it? It's going to roll across the backboard here. All Bombers have to do is drop it. sXCyBeast managed to keep it up for a bit, but Bombers escaped the fate this one time, and now we're at a 3-2 series. So at the very least, we have a game 6. Will we see a game 7? That is the biggest question at the moment.
I don't know, man. It's so tight every game. I mean, you just never know. sXCyBeast only 88 points this game, but I feel like even with that, everyone is putting in the work out there. It's a really close series. I mean, honestly, that game there was not that many shots between both teams. It was a really good midfield battle, and neither team wants to let the other team get a good shooting opportunity, but we'll see. Oh, as we
Okay. Yeah, make sure. So our producer's game crashed, so we're gonna have to take a quick pause for a moment while we get him back in here. We will tell the teams to hold up for a second while we get Hawk back in here. Hawk is producing in the background. I do apologize for the slight delay, but this does give us some time. Taka, make sure you tell them not to join yet. So this gives us a little bit of time to really talk about what's going on. I mean, as you all know, this match has just been going back and forth. Nobody has really taken full control of this series yet. It looked like Surprise were going to finally take control, and then Bombers reeled it back in, and now we're to a 3-2 series. I mean, this has just been great. This is why I love the Ambi tier. You never know what's going to happen.
I mean, this is just like as close to an even matchup as you'll ever see. Like, Surprise had the sweeps coming in. They have the playoff momentum, and Bombers have had a great regular season record. So both very, very solid teams coming head to head, and what differentiates them is a razor thin margin, and you see that when literally every game has been separated by a single goal.
Yeah, we've had no game so far where the scoring total has been more than one goal. Like, the score gap has been very, very, very neutral. It's just nice to see these teams being so evenly matched like this, because a lot of times you expect, especially a team coming in from having so many sweeps, coming into the finals match, you would expect them to just be the outright scoring force. But this time, that is not the case. We're getting the teams back on the field. Make sure you get your predictions in. Will Surprise finish the match here, or will we see Game 7, possibly OT? Who knows? As we get down into game number 6, we're on Neo Tokyo, and we'll see if the script keeps scripting, and we'll see if Surprise is able to get another early goal here, or if Bombers finally break the script and get an early goal themselves.
Well, no goals through 15 seconds, so that's different. Hermit is going to have that one, but sXCyBeast clears it long. And Bluey sees the guy diving. That one is 15 into the corner. sXCyBeast has to be awkward, but that bounces heavily, even over Frodo's head. That one took a horrendous bounce. Hermit's up for that one. Doesn't do too much with it, but does clear it long. sXCyBeast is going to be up for that one, but misses the target. Watch out, there could be a bit of nerve. sXCyBeast can't find the 50, and Bluey scores the first goal, and Bombers are the one who are up early this game.
That was a great touch from Angry-Hermit to just get enough power on there to get it to Bluey. Bluey recognizes where the defender is going, puts it underneath, gets an early goal. Bombers take the early lead this time. Now they've just got to see if they can maintain this, maybe finally take control of the game, or if we're going to get another case of an early goal responded to immediately, but this ball gets cleared off the backboard by Frodo, who stays up there. Finally, some backboard defense we're starting to see down here. Guess everybody just got tired of the backboard being absolutely abused. A quick shot there from sXCyBeast, but it gets cleared away.
Yeah, look out for these bumps in net. sXCyBeast, a little bit of harassment on the Angry-Hermit, who was on that near post and really couldn't get out of net. But Classy God is going to have a free touch, but it's given away to Bluey. Look out. Bluey shot. sXCyBeast puts it on the crossbar. The follow-up touch is saved by sXCyBeast again. Heroics doing it all himself and somehow keeping the game a 1-goal game. sXCyBeast has a long clear. Makes contact, but it's not the touch he wanted. That could have been, honestly, a goal if he put so much power on it.
Bluey gets 2 touches here, able to get it by 1 defender. 50s it past Classy God. sXCyBeast unable to make the touch. Classy is back. Puts it on the back wall here. Quick shot from Bluey, but it gets saved away by Classy. sXCyBeast might try to take possession here. Instead, looks for the bump. Leaves it for sXCyBeast, who manages to clear this away. Bounces high off the sidewall here. sXCyBeast going to try to drop this to a teammate. It's down to sXCyBeast, who the ball gets taken away by Angry-Hermit. There's Classy God, maybe looking for a second opportunity here. Bluey's in the net, looking for a 50. Classy God is, but unable to get the second effort. And now Bluey is able to clear this away.
sXCyBeast waiting back for Hermit's touch, does play it, but gets bumped off the ball. Classy God is reversing into his teammate. Luckily, Frodo's touch is just wide of the mark. sXCyBeast is going to get a good flick, good touch, but Hermit is back. But where's the follow? I feel like Surprise could have advanced there, had an opportunity to capitalize, but unable to do so. sXCyBeast is going to play it long. Look out! Classy God's up! Oh, and Hermit recovers. sXCyBeast gets a good touch. Frodo's awkward. That one's going to go by him. And I can't tell what's going to happen. That one's long clear. sXCyBeast's awkward. Bluey misses. Frodo's touches off the crossbar. And no, they can't find the second goal. It's cursed to say a 1-goal game this series. But somehow, it's still 1-0. Oh my gosh.
Team bump there. Angry-Hermit's able to clear this away. It's going to go as far as sXCyBeast, who gets a great 50. Frodo misses, but Bluey is there for cleanup. Bluey still has possession. sXCyBeast able to cut this down. Classy God into the corners. Angry-Hermit there, yes, but it gets 50'd again by Classy God, who just stayed on top of the ball. Frodo now looking for a second touch, gets it by 1. Everybody's just kind of awkward here, and the surprise net. Is anybody able to put this in? Bearded Frodo almost puts a shot into the net. Bluey's here, trying to maintain possession. Is anybody going to be able to get a touch? No, it gets cleared away. sXCyBeast just has to be Angry-Hermit here. He manages to get it by him. I am not sure how that goes by Angry-Hermit, but sXCyBeast manages to tie it up with a minute to go. With less than a minute to go, excuse me.
sXCyBeast expected a little, like a good flick to the opposite post, but a little bit of a change up. Somehow the missed contact catches his Hermit off with a surprise from Surprise. Look out, Bluey's backwards. Classy's shot is over the crossbar. Oh my goodness. You just can't tell when something is going to break out and a goal is going to be scored. Classy gets bumped. sXCyBeast should have a touch, but look out for the clear. Bluey plays it long, but someone should be able to get there. Classy is off the wall, plays it in middle. It's a fake for Frodo. That one's going to be high off the backboard. Bluey gets a touch.
Waterfall?
It's high off the backboard. Waterfall. sXCyBeast has it, and they'll clear it long.
Oh, this has just got very stressful. Or we could potentially see a Game 6 OT here. We're nearing golden goal opportunity. Bluey is up for this ball, managing to put it into the corner. Does he have a follow-up from a teammate? Yes. Angry-Hermit is there. It's Angry-Hermit once again gets a touch. Are they going to let this ball drop? It drops. We get Game 6 OT. Golden goal opportunity for Surprise here, as they could end the series here.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. Classy shot is just wide. That could have ended it. They're playing for their lives. They're playing for the series. sXCyBeast just off the post. Oh my gosh, can you believe this? Hermit isn't going to be able to get there. It's just a razor-thin margin between being sent home and ending now, or a Game 7. I can't tell what's going to happen. sXCyBeast plays it C-Spay. Has to make a touch, and he does.
Bearded Frodo rushing on this ball, and now it's going to waterfall down. Is anybody going to get the second opportunity? Bluey is up, but only 50s with Classy God. Finally gets cleared away by C-Spay. A great pinch. Bearded Frodo is able to send this all the way back into the other half. Bearded Frodo with the shot, and Bearded Frodo will send us into Game 7. Fantastic stuff from Bombers here, managing to rally the team and put us into a Game 7. What, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Champions Field.
A brilliant goal from Bearded Frodo, and I mean, it's amateur finals. Did we expect anything else? Of course, it's going to Game 7. Surprise, had the 3-1 lead. Bombers looking to take it all the way back. It looked like it could end at any moment. I thought for a second that Surprise had the win, but it was never going to happen. It was always going to Game 7. I don't know who's going to win this one. You can never predict amateur, and we have absolute cinema on the stream today.
You are absolutely right there, and I see K-Flip down there in the chat saying why every year AMI Finals is peak. Literally every year, every season at this point, AMI manages to surprise us again and again. This is why we play Rocket League. We absolutely love everything that's going on here. I do believe we're gonna have to get a quick lobby reset here because it still seems to be on Neo Tokyo, at least for me. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to get a lobby reset. So yeah, we're gonna get a quick lobby reset. So that way we can get onto the right field here. We're going all the way to Champions Field, and my oh my, technically we should have started. We technically should have started Premiere already, but Amy said, "Nah, let the Premiere boys get a little bit more of a break. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that this goes all 7 games."
Yeah, the Premier players are gonna have to wait because this is the Premier series at the moment.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Where's SavedHawk? There we go. Sorry, Hawk. I forgot to give you party lead once again. I literally just gave it to you. Oh, and Hawk's game crashed. Let's go. NA production, everybody. You love to see it.
Of course.
It never fails, does it?
No, it does not, and the viewers are gonna have to wait. The nerves, I'm sure, of both teams are gonna be increasing and increasing. I mean, Game 7, there's nothing like it. Amateur finals, the highest stakes competition you'll ever see in your life. And Game 7, of course, so... Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of nerves on both sides, and this isn't gonna help.
Well, it might help. It might help a little bit because at the very least you're getting I guess you could say, an additional timeout, basically. So it gives the teams a little bit more to talk it over, see what adjustments need to be made, and just absolutely send it in this final game. Like I said, we will be on Champions Field here. It's lovely to see Champions Field. I adore this field. When it first came out, I used this for free play all the time. It was great.
Yeah, this is gonna be something, as it looks like our players are all in the match. So they will join as soon as they are ready. This is Game 7. This is the amateur finals. This is what it's all about, folks.
As we get all the teams on the field, the countdown is starting. Welcome to game number 7. Welcome to Champions Field of the Amateur Finals. Let's see exactly what team is going to come away as the AMI champion. We don't get an early goal immediately here, as there seems to just be a lot of back and forth at the moment. The ball is just flying on both sides.
Yeah, and something I've been noticing as the series has been going on, both teams are starting to bump each other. out of rotation, and it's catching some of these players off guard. They've got to look out. Hermit is going to get a second touch, but Classy God should have a free ball because of it. Not going to be able to follow it up. Watch out for Bluey, who doesn't make contact, and you can already see that Game 7 nerves starting to hit sXCyBeast. It's going to play it, looks for a 50. That one's long, clear, and wide of the mark. And I'm sure this one could score at any second. No, whiffs and whiffs and whiffs. But luckily, it's still 0-0.
A very chaotic and stressful first minute here. Bearded Frodo is going to finally get this cleared away. Can Classy get a touch? Yes, they can. Bluey is there, but it gets cleared away. sXCyBeast looking for another touch. Are they able to get it? No. Bearded Frodo able to clear this. Maybe looking for a second touch here, and does. Bluey is down there, but unable to get a touch, so it stays there for Angry-Hermit. Angry-Hermit leaves it for Bluey. Bluey gets a shot towards the sidewall here, but unable to make a touch. sXCyBeast pops it over one. Angry-Hermit is there, but gets beat by Classy. Bluey now, last one back, low boost. Needs to get at least a decent clear or just stall enough time so that their team can get back. Classy immediately gets a bump on Bluey there. And now the ball's just stuck in Bombers' half. Are we going to see a goal here?
sXCyBeast off the crossbar. A follow-up from sXCyBeast is just wide of the mark. sXCyBeast is going to dive for it. Classy has an awkward touch. Who's up? It's Bluey! Just off the post. Hermit the follow! It's 1-0 and Bombers have the opening lead 2 minutes into the game.
Bluey unable to get the touch that they wanted, but Angry-Hermit pinches it off the ground and into the net. We have the nuke goal explosion. That was a Twitch drop reward, if I remember correctly. And Bombers will take the lead. Like you said, 2 minutes in. Surprise are on the back foot here. Angry-Hermit has possession, maybe looking for a pass here. Leaves it for Bluey. Bluey is up. Bluey puts it into the net, and Bombers take a 2-0 lead.
Hermit takes his time, just places it. Bluey's floating. No one's up from Surprise, and it's as easy as you like. 2-0 for Bombers. Surprise have to respond early if they want to hold on to this series. It was slipping away. This one's gonna waterfall down. Look out. Hermit misses. sXCyBeast off the crossbar. sXCyBeast! It's 2-1. This series is not over. This game is not over. We are still going. 2-1. sXCyBeast, a clutch goal right off the kickoff, our response.
That's exactly the response they needed. Cut that lead down now, so that way you're not trying to get 2 goals late into this game. Bearded Frodo doesn't have much boost, has to back up, gets a demo on sXCyBeast. Ball gets cleared down. Bearded Frodo looking for another bump, unable to get it. sXCyBeast is able to clear this away. Bluey needs to challenge here, finally challenges sXCyBeast. The ball's going to go all the way into the Bombers' half here. Bearded Frodo gets a touch. It goes right to Classy. Classy off the sidewall. Bluey's able to be there for it. Clears the ball away. sXCyBeast maybe looking for a second touch here. Unable to get by Bluey. Bluey looking for another shot here. It's going to go wide. Are they going to put it back in the net? No, it is off the post and off the crossbar. Angry-Hermit once again coming in and dropping it into the net. Absolutely playing out of their mind right now, Angry-Hermit. Just trying to will his team into a victory here.
Yeah, no one was back from Surprise. They were all upfield, all desperately. They had time, but they don't use it, and that's what happens. You get into these situations. You can't prepare for it. Here's sXCyBeast touch. Frodo's going to have to make contact, or else sXCyBeast might have made contact, but he gets faked out. Hermit is going to play it off the wall. That one's going to go dangerously out middle. sXCyBeast is up. Unfortunately, sXCyBeast is the one who makes contact. Wall backwards, and now he's going to attack the ball. It's floating. Look out. Frodo's got it, and now Bluey's up. Hermit's up. Not able to get there, and Hermit is playing out of his mind this Game 7. He's trying to will his team to victory. Who's been in many contender teams, and now in AMI, and now looking to make it count. sXCyBeast touches it wide. There's still time. Classy God. Not able to make contact, though. A minute on the clock. sXCyBeast gets a touch, but where's the follow? Bluey off the backboard. looking to follow his own touch. Hermit! My goodness, a hat trick in Game 7 comes out of nowhere and surely seals this.
With a minute to go, 3 goals down. This is the biggest lead we've had all night. Angry-Hermit 3 for 3 shooting, just absolutely lights out, trying to put his name in for MVP of this series. sXCyBeast able to get a quick shot, but Bluey's able to clear this. SavedHawk trying to get anything going. They want to score fast here, but Bombers are absolutely lighting the field up, especially Angry-Hermit. Once again, a touch out here from sXCyBeast. Finally, Classy is able to clear this downfield, but it goes as far as Frodo. sXCyBeast into the corner, but there's nobody there. There's 30 seconds left. There's not a whole lot of time here. You have to score quickly.
Yeah, and look at that Bluey recovering, making sure that ball is not going to float dangerously in front of the net. They have to go. 16 seconds, sXCyBeast plays it, looks for the pass. Bluey shuts it down. Frodo's there. This one's out middle. It passed to no one. It's 4 seconds. It's 3 seconds. It's all over. Bombers.
Oh my God.
And an exclamation point as they come back from all the way down 3-1. And stunned surprise. They were the favorites coming in, but they had to work for it. And a Game 7 victory that Hermit put a mark on all over it.
Absolute cinema. I love that we got a Game 7. Bombers absolutely came out swinging this last game. That technical timeout that we had for issues was something that they well needed. Surprise, just unable to contend with the absolute scoring output from Bombers in this final game here. For me, I'm just gonna come out and say it. A series MVP for me has got to go to Hermit. Hermit was playing absolutely out of his mind, especially in this last game here, just doing everything possible to keep his team in it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's about what you get to do there, but in Game 7, when all the marbles are on the line, that ability to clutch up is going to be what wins you series, and Hermit definitely took over in that Game 7 and made sure that they were not losing that game.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Bombers. You are RSC champions. Congratulations. Played game from Surprise. You managed to at least get it all the way to 7 games. You tried your best. You are the runner-ups, but don't feel bad. Up until that last game, every single one of these games was close. You guys played absolutely fantastic. Do not beat yourself up. I'm very excited to see what y'all do next season, whether it's still in AMI or if you all get moved up.
I mean, yeah, you have to feel for Surprise because they played about as well as anyone could have expected, especially being in supposedly the weaker conference. They certainly did not look like the weaker team tonight. They were certainly up for the task and could have won this series in some alternate universe. But Bombers just made sure that they were not losing this tonight, and they certainly got it done, and we'll see if the Premier Series can live up to that.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break. It won't be too long, but we're going to make sure that we get watered up and all that so we're ready to go, because if AMI was anything to go by, obviously Premier matches are always very intense. There's always a lot going on, so we got to make sure that we're very well prepared for this. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back with your Premier matchup.